Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, into the action we go today on this Tuesday, November 5th, 2013. Markets are trading slightly lower, but the key is we're remaining in that same range I talked about to you guys in the previous couple days' videos. So again, just take a look at what we're looking at here. So going back to that infamous kind of Fed day last Wednesday, the markets opened at all-time highs up here from the aspects in the release of the FOMC policy statement. The market sold off, made a low here. Since that day, we have not closed outside either way of that low and high. All right, now we've gone intraday. This is an intraday chart. So intraday we were down here, and then we closed here above that low right here. All right, the next day we dipped below it, but by the end of the day we recovered. The next day we inched up here, still not even close to the highs. And today, look at this. Today we flew to the downside, pierced that same level here from Fed Day last Wednesday, but have since recovered to be basically flat to slightly negative. So the point is this. The markets continue to remain in purgatory. All right, until we see a significant break, until we see basically a close. Remember, at the end of the day, that's what you're looking for. Does the market close below this low here at 175.65 or above this high at 177.51? That's really all that matters here. I mean, you're going to hear a lot of nonsense on CNBC and a lot of other places, but bottom line, all you're looking for is the directional signal based on where the market closes, above or below this specific day. If it closes above, you should see some continued upside. If it closes below, you should see some selling. It's just that simple. All right, again, a lot of people try to make it out much more complex than it really is, but it's really just that simple, frankly. I mean, if you close below this low, you will have computer programs and institutional selling begin. And if you close above this high, you'll have no selling from institutions and just a general float up as the retail investor buys. All right, going to the daily chart. This is the trend line of all trend lines right here. The high from 2010 to 2011, and look at the 3 to 4 pivot highs we've made here. The latest one has been the most dramatic as we've inched above that line, but we continue to hover right on it or just around it, even though we went a little bit higher. The key is, again, when we break to the downside, not only will you see that low from Fed Day get taken out, but you'll also see these lines get broken back below, which actually will be very, very significant. So just something to keep your eyes and ears open for as we continue in the next few days. Now, most people are getting very lethargic in the markets. Most people are getting very kind of constant, just expecting the markets to float. All right, that kind of neutrality is definitely something that you want to be aware of. You could follow the VIX to give yourself a good signal of it, and you can see here the VXX, which is the tracking ETF for the VIX, at least the future contracts of the VIX anyways, basically trading at 52-week lows. So again, that tells us there's not much fear in the markets because everyone believes the Federal Reserve will bail out any sort of issue out there. Right? If any trouble comes up, the Fed just prints more money. That's what the Fed's done. So in all fairness, it's not that outlandish to understand that from a market perspective of why the market believes that. Why does individual investors believe that? Well, same thing applies. They've been doing it, so why not differentiate it? Why not think it's going to be any different in the future? All right, couple other stocks to keep an eye on. We are having a little bit of a movement out of a couple different plays. Number one, Baidu, B-I-D-U, Chinese play. Today, it hit a low here of the 50 MA and got a nice bounce. And again, if I go to the intraday, take a look at the move off the lows. It's been dramatic. So you had this one flush here, and this is a very good technical chart setup for those of you to learn off of. So for those of you that are newer, take a look here. So we had a dramatic flush here on an increase in volume, and then you had a reversal candle. That's what we call a reversal candle. That signals a bottom short term in the stock, at least on an intraday basis. And then look at what happened. You went sideways, 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 and then broke to the upside, never taking out that low again. Very important little learning experience for today's video right there. That is a clear reversal candle. Remember, reversal candles to the upside occur off lows in charts, and reversals to the downside occurs off highs in charts. If it's a mid-level chart, kind of in the middle of the day session, it means nothing. You're looking for an extreme move. Like if I zoom out here, look at Baidu. Just over the last few days, this thing has come down dramatically. So this is at a short-term low. So a reversal candle there is a very significant signal. Okay, going to oil. Oil continues to decline, which is awesome for those of us that drive cars and use gasoline, because it means gasoline is going to be cheaper overall, and that's always a positive again when we're filling our tanks. But the key here is we've been short for quite some time, and we actually closed out our short on oil today. For about a 9% profit, a little over 9%. We've been holding short for quite some time since this upper range up here. And this has just been a beautiful fall. So another nice profit in the research center. We've had good profits as we go. J.C. Penney late last week was a beautiful 21% gainer. And again, today we do have other stocks. I gave out a new alert today, and it's in the money very, very nicely for members at this day and age. Just today alone, it's already in the money nicely. All right, looking at a couple other key stocks out there. Let's do a couple key checks on what's been moving. OXBT has been moving. All right, this stock is coming off the high range here. Really a crazy move to the upside. Look at this. This stock has gone from about $1.50 to $10. It's already retracing. Honestly, if I could short this, I would. I think it's an easy no-brainer. My clearing firm doesn't have any shares to short, so I can't do that. But bottom line is it is coming in very nicely, and I expect over the next couple days for it to continue to come in at least down to the 200. Once it gets to the 200 range, right around $4, $4.15 or so, that's where I would start getting interested on a bounce play. But right now, again, this is a beautiful decline from those highs. Let's see where it ends today. My guess it ends around $7.50 today. Right now it's trading at $8.13. Apple's flat on the day. We got Google flat. We got Amazon up $1. We got JP Morgan and Goldman down slightly on the day, and Chevron and Exxon are mixed. So really, again, it's kind of mirroring what the markets are showing us today. It's a very, very kind of light volume day. Again, let's go back to the SPY here. Spider's down 23 cents on the day. Let me just do a quick check of the indices. Dow's down 3 points. S&P's down 2. NASDAQ is up on the day about 8 points. So remember, folks, bottom line, all you're paying attention to is last Wednesday's low and high. And again, my projections show us that get this, by Wednesday of this week, all right, you should have a break one way or the other. Okay, by Wednesday. That's actually tomorrow. So I believe that you will have some sort of move tomorrow, maybe stretching out to Thursday, but really it's looking like tomorrow. That'll be the move tomorrow, and we should get a more definitive direction on this market. I look forward to doing the video tomorrow to see if that is in the process of happening. Okay? Let me just see if there's anything else out there that I want to cover for you guys. There were some good scalping opportunities in the Intra Day Stock Chat this morning. One stock I pointed out to you guys recently was this YRCW. Take a look at this move, guys. Again, we talked about this level here. All right, you had a gap fill, you had a little pivot high. Look at the move on this YRCW. And if you watch these free videos over the last, 3 days or so into late last week, you got this in this range here, and it's up $2.28, guys. That's like a 25% move on YRCW today. Unbelievable move to the upside. So there's some big movers out there. It's just a matter of, did you see them? Did you take positions in them? And again, this one was kind of a no-brainer. I would have liked to have seen it gotten to gap fill myself, but this pivot high and this gap fill, anywhere in this area, as I noted, and that's why those lines are there. I didn't even put them in there today because they've been in there since I put them in for you guys. That was your range, and look at that move today. Literally 25% on this stock to the upside today. All right, more alerts to come, obviously, more analysis, but we encourage you to take your 7-day free trial here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Learn from the pros. Listen, this year alone, we're over 300% net return. That's if you add up all the gainers and subtract the losers. We've probably batted about 75-80% this year in terms of winning ratio. Think about that. 7 to 8 out of every 10 have been profits. It's amazing. Right, there's nowhere else you're going to get that, folks, and especially net 300% gain. There's nowhere else you're going to get that. No hedge funds doing that, not even close. But the PPT methodology, it's a proprietary technology, or not technology so much as just learning the techniques. It freaking rocks. And that's why we have members that have been with us since the inception and continue to grow our user base. Come join us, profit for life. Take the 7-day free trial to the Research Center or the Intra Day Stock Chat. Come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com.